With the holidays coming up, staying on track when it comes to healthy eating is difficult to say the least. Joining us now with tips on how to maintain a healthy diet is Jenna Reinhart from Anthem Medicaid. Thanks for being with me, Jenna.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So there is a lot of information on the internet, and I don't know what a healthy, balanced diet is.
Yes.
So what is a healthy, balanced diet?
Yes, so it can get confusing because there is a lot of conflicting information out there, but a healthy diet doesn't have to be too complicated. It's just one that emphasizes eating like a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, things like poultry, turkey, fish, beans, nuts, seeds, stuff like that. But you want to avoid eating like too much sugar, too many calories, too much cholesterol, too much trans fat, too much salt, stuff like that.
Well, how often should we eat today, like each day, and how does it vary from person to person?
Yeah, so food is like fuel for our cars, right? Fuel is what gives us energy to help our bodies function and carry us from day to day. So everybody has a certain amount of caloric needs, and those needs vary based on your age, your sex, and your activity level. The USDA has designed these MyPlate food recommendations, so they suggest that each of your meals kind of mimic this makeup. So we'll have like half of your plate being fruits and or vegetables. A quarter of your plate should be some type of grain or starchy carbohydrate, and then a quarter of your plate should be protein with 1 serving of dairy. So dairy could be things like cheese or yogurt, of course milk, and then your protein can be a lot of different sources. It could be things like lentils or legumes, but it could also be salmon, chicken, and then grains, rice, pasta, whole grain bread, fruit, vegetables. Some people might look at this example and think that it might be odd to have an apple with your dinner, but you could easily switch that out and have like 2 vegetables instead of a vegetable and a fruit.
Well, I like this a little savory and a little sweet.
Yeah.
Now with the holidays, overeating is very likely for a lot of us. So what are some best practices and techniques in order for us to keep moderation during the holidays?
Yeah, so it's important to remember that when it comes to having a healthy, balanced diet, it's what you do day in and day out, right? One Thanksgiving meal or one Christmas meal is not going to make or break your diet. So it's important to not be too restrictive, but try to follow these MyPlate recommendations. So try to fill your plate with a lot of vegetables and things like your collard mustard greens, zucchini, squash, things that are going to give you a lot of volume, but maybe not too much carbohydrates or too many fats or too many calories. But choose like one holiday dessert to really satisfy that craving so you don't feel deprived, because you still want to enjoy those holidays, but just try to keep it balanced, follow the MyPlate recommendations, and you should be good.
Now, what are some benefits to healthy eating?
Oh, there are a lot of benefits to healthy eating. So a poor diet is really directly related to a lot of these chronic conditions that we're talking about, like diabetes, cancer, stroke, heart disease. So eating a healthy, balanced diet can have a big impact in preventing these.
Now, I know a lot of people are wanting to get on that healthy eating train, but it can be an overwhelming process. So where do they start?
Yeah, so don't overcomplicate it. Just kind of focus on making each one of your meals meet these daily recommendations. So half of your plate full of fruits and or vegetables, a quarter protein, a quarter carbohydrates. Focus on, lots of healthy whole foods. Avoid too much sugar, too much salt, ultra-processed food, too many trans fats. Just kind of try to avoid those and focus on the healthy whole foods.
Now, growing up, I heard a colorful plate is a healthy plate. Does that still apply?
Absolutely. I always tell people to eat a variety, eat the rainbow every day, because the vitamins and minerals that are in green foods could be different than the vitamins and minerals that are in red foods or purple foods. So yes, it is very important to eat a wide variety. That way you get all of your micronutrients.
Well, thank you so much, Jenna. You made eating healthy sound like something that we all can do.
Yes, definitely.
All right, keep it with us on Everyday Kentucky. We'll have more coming up right after the break.